Dingbat, and you're watching Mr. Quick Fix. Just want to do a couple little pointers for you on something. With the Hyper 10 EP and gas powered, always take note of the bolts that are on here and in other little places, because they're Phillips head type and they're fucking shit. So what I did was I got engine mount bolts, screws, and put them in there so that I can get better torque on them, and they're easy to get off after when I'm racing, stuff like that, and take parts off like the tray and stuff like that. On this EP version, electric version, as you can see in there, there's engine mounts in there that are Allen key ones that actually did have the shitty Phillips head screws, and they were actually removed as well, and I'll put them in, and I've got a lot better torque on them, and they don't slip or anything like that, which is really good. So just keep that in mind. You ever do get a new chassis or new rolling kit, or you build one, keep in mind that if you're going to do racing with this product or the product that you have at home, you definitely want to change Phillips head type, because I hear nothing but problems of people rounding them off, and it's a major serious problem. So bear that in mind, make sure you do change them, and it makes it tougher, stronger, and better for racing. So hopefully there's a little tip for you, and hopefully that goes a long way for you. Also, another thing people ask me to is on pinion gears. One thing about pinion gears you've got to know is when you're putting a new pinion gear onto your motor and you want to countersink it into perfectly with your spur gear, you want to make sure you get the right distance in between the teeth. Too much, the car won't perform properly, it will shudder, sometimes won't even move, and it will probably just pretty much burn out your motor or speed controller. The other note is it will probably strip all the teeth off your spur gear. And most spur gears are usually plastic anyway. So what I'm going to show you here is a little quick method after tightening up the bolts to see exactly if it's perfect for racing or not, and you're not going to strip anything. One thing I'm going to note is if I bring it up to the camera a bit more, you notice the pinion gear and the spur gear, when they're touching each other, they're just a little bit over halfway of the pinion gear's cogs into the spur gear, and you can see there's still a bit of room there. And some people put in a bit further. I disagree with that, because I think that causes a lot more wear. You've got to have some sort of give and take. So I'm going to show you a little something. Get yourself just a shitty piece of paper, and as you turn the spur gear, you should be able to put it through no probs, and you should be able to move through with a piece of paper for no probs, as you can see there, and it's not ripping the piece of paper, which is good, and that is perfect. So there you have it. That's an easy way to determine in electric power vehicles if you've got the spur gear that has a pinion gear that's too close to the spur gear's cogs, and that's just a quick test for you. So I hope that helped out too. That's another good thing too. Another thing other people ask me too is about chassis. Now this chassis has been beaten up a bit, as you can see. Sometimes you do go over stuff that you don't want to go over, and you do tend to scratch the chassis. And this is carbon fibre, by the way, and as you can see there's a fair whack of scratches. Now easiest way to protect it again is to paint over it with paint, obviously. You can use pretty much any paint. I actually used Lexan body paint, the Tamiya body paint, which is just this gear here, the normal stuff that you buy from hobby stores, and I paint that underneath, and I've used this a fair few times, and the paint hasn't come off yet, and it does have a bit of flexibility, and it will actually stick on carbon fibre quite well. On metal, I don't know, it might be a little bit different on metal, so I haven't tested that out, but it seems to work on the underside of chassis that are carbon fibre, so that tends to go well. But just remember that it's good to seal them up like that, because I know that carbon fibre doesn't rust, but also that it just seals it up. Not only looks a bit better and it hides a bit more, but it also does seal it up a bit too. So that's another good little trick as well. that's pretty much all the tips I can give you right about now. So if you stay tuned, and I can show you different ways of getting better downforce, and maybe some couple of good ways of choosing the right tyres for your vehicle, if it's off-road or on-road. So stay tuned, guys, and hope you like this. This is Dingbat. I'm logging out. See you later.